back. Regardless of any signs that the economy is improving, today's guest says he'll actually miss the recession once it's gone. Really? Well, he's come prepared with a number of reasons why. I'd like to welcome Gene Marks, a Forbes and Business Week columnist and a small business owner as well. Thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thanks.
All right, so just lay it on me. Why are you going to miss the recession?
Well, first of all, let me say, out of respect for all the people that are going through the hard times of the recession, there really are a lot of people that are suffering. As a business owner, there have been a few things about the recession that I actually, I'm going to miss, that I've actually kind of liked having. One big thing is we're never going to get deals on different kinds of products that we've ever gotten now that we've been in through this recession. Buying like computer software, for example, computer hardware, purchase certain types of commodities, supplies, office furniture for my business.
All the way up to cars.
All the way up to cars. I mean, there have just been really great deals. So, for people that have had cash, it's been a really good time. I even heard Donald Trump is out buying half of California, but that's just a rumor. But again, as far as a business owner is concerned, if you've got a little cash to spend, the recession has been pretty good because there's been some really good deals to have.
That's, of course, if you've been making some money at the same time.
Correct. That is correct.
All right, so what else?
Well, when we're talking about buying deals, it's really been in vogue to be a cheapskate. I write a column called the Penny Pincher's Almanac, and everybody kind of abuses me for being a penny pincher because during the heady days, everybody's kind of spending and spending. Recessions it's kind of cool to be a cheapskate now. So you're into saving money, and that's okay. Frugality is good. And up and down the line, I've had large companies when they're buying services from us have asked us for $5 discounts on our rates or $10 discounts on software that we sell. And we're turning around and doing the exact same. So before you used to be kind of embarrassed about asking for a discount. Now you're kind of in vogue.
So you've got the whole rock bottom prices, small business owners benefiting a little bit.
Right.
Customer service, on the other hand, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, customer service all along, all along this recession has actually been improving, and it's been improving for a few reasons. One of them is that people are really scared about losing their jobs. So all of a sudden, people are they're getting to work earlier, they're staying later, they're kind of busting their butts and making sure they're doing what they got to do. That's kind of helped me as a business owner. I mean, I really see the employees in my company kind of keeping an eye out and really working that much harder, which is great. On the other side, when we're calling up and asking for services, when we're asking for help from our attorneys or from our accountants or from IT providers, we're getting people that are sort of the higher echelon. There were days when people were really busy, they would have lower level staff members involved. Excuse me. Now, some of those lower level staff members unfortunately might not be around. The people that have been kept are the ones that really kind of know what they're doing in the first place. So now we're calling and people are picking up the phone and we're getting some experienced people and talented people, and people know what they're doing. I wasn't seeing a lot of that before the recession. I've been seeing a lot of that during the recession.
And it's not just about the experience. This is something that I could get on a soapbox and talk about for hours, a lot longer than we have for the show. But you have customer service, and in the respect that people are just a little bit nicer. Or in theory they should be, because there are plenty of places out there where I'm still shocked that the customer service is still lousy. You walk in and they could care less if you're in the shop or not.
Yeah, it blows me away. And you think you walk in and say, aren't we in a recession? I mean, don't you need me as a customer? I'm seeing less of that now because I'm seeing people sort of need us. And I can say as a business owner myself, we need our customers. So a lot of us, because of the recession, are hitting singles and doubles instead of going for the home runs. So we're appreciating even the smaller customers to keep them close to us. And I got news for you. As a small customer myself to a lot of of our vendors and suppliers, they're appreciating us a lot more. I'm going to miss all that when the recession goes away, and suddenly we're just going to be another number.
Now, one of the other things that you mentioned in a column about missing the recession was that it's a conversation about no longer wanting to upgrade stuff.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, I suppose, for the consumer because they start living with more within their means, but not so good for the small business.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I mean, people are trying to get more return on investment out of what they have, So rather than going out and buying that new piece of equipment automatically, buying that new car, buying that new computer system, whatever, people have kind of hung on to it. The best example is Microsoft had their Windows Vista operating system. A lot of small businesses were people wanted them to buy it. A lot of people didn't buy a lot of stuff. The computer industry, Dell, and all the other manufacturers have been suffering a bit because small business owners like myself are like, what we've got is pretty good enough. And just because somebody is trying to twist our arm into buying something, in a recession, we're really looking a lot closer at doing that stuff. So return on investment is back in vogue, and it should always be. Why do we have to stop being this way, just when the recession ends? Why can't we always be this way?
Human nature, I suppose.
It is human nature.
All right, so financial crisis, the recession. What are things that businesses can do to take advantage of the situation now, to move on, and to become a stronger company afterwards?
Right. Well, first thing is marketing. So we've been looking at a lot of the customers that we deal with, a lot of people I interview for the columns that I write. Right. So a lot of people have been getting more in touch with their customers, and a lot of smart business owners are following the money. Whether or not you support President Obama's stimulus plan and politics all aside, it's been real clear where the money's going to be going over the next couple of years. Healthcare is getting a bunch of cash, construction, energy, education. I mean, these are all industries that we know are getting a bunch of dough. So I've seen a lot of business owners kind of change their marketing plans a little bit. So no one necessarily is going to go into the healthcare business, but if you sell, office furniture, and the healthcare industry is getting a lot of money, why not sell into them? So I've seen a lot of business owners, kind of say, look, over the next couple of years, I'm going to be buying some marketing lists and focusing my marketing on those industries that I'm pretty sure is going to be seeing some growth. And right now, the writing's on the wall as to what those industries are going to be.
All right, G. Marks, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining
us. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And if you have any questions or comments about anything in today's show, send them to me at itsyourmoney@news12.com. We'll be right back right after this.